All right, so the Warriors lost their second game in a row tonight, this time to the New York Knicks by 2 points. Tough loss to swallow because the Warriors were very close to tying this game up at the end. Kind of just to run through what happened, Klay Thompson was given the opportunity to tie the game up. It was 116 to 114. There was about 6 seconds, and Klay, he got a really good pump fake that sold the pump fake, of course, and then when he shot it, unfortunately, it just didn't go in, and the Warriors lost by 2 points. So yeah, I think definitely the Warriors these past two games have showed that they're not necessarily a great team when it comes to the second half of play. I think it's interesting because in that 9-game win streak we had, the Warriors were playing great in the second half. They were, coming back. They were showing that they were a great third and fourth quarter team. But now, these past two games, I'm starting to question that a little bit because the Warriors, tonight had a very poor 20-point third quarter performance, and they got outscored in that quarter by 11 points. And to put that in perspective, the Warriors were leading by 5 points at halftime. And so, to get outplayed like that, I think the Knicks, just they kind of, knew that they needed to play better in the second half. And I'm assuming that they had a lot of, angst and, just strive to play good in the second half, and it worked. The Warriors did have a pretty good fourth quarter when it was all said and done. They were down by 13 points with very limited time remaining, and they did cut that lead down. You got to give credit to Curry. Klay had his moments as well. I don't necessarily discredit the Warriors for losing this game 100%, but I also think that there are a lot of sloppy play in this game. The fouling was a big issue. The two big men on the team, Kevon Looney and Bjelica, were in foul trouble. So the Warriors had to, they were already facing adversity with not being the bigger team when it comes to height. But then when you take in the foul matter, and Kevon Looney and Nemanja Bjelica both have 4 fouls each, it's like you have to play even more conservative with how you play. And so, that definitely led to a lot of mistakes happening because the Warriors had to put in guys at certain positions that didn't work. They're running a small ball lineup, and you're facing Julius Randle, who's definitely a big guy, as well as Mitchell Robinson. And yeah, Julius Randle had a good game. He had 28 points. Evan Fournier had 22. Alec Burks had 15 off the bench. And the Knicks did all right. Curry actually had a pretty good game. He was coming off a poor game, and he had 35 points tonight. And he had 19 of those 35 in the first half. So, pretty balanced game for Curry. And he also had 10 assists, so he had a double-double. But, it just sucks to lose like that to the Knicks, who aren't a very good team. They're 6 games under 500. The Warriors, of course, still are the second-best team in the NBA. But, Phoenix is just getting better, and it looks sometimes, at times, like we're getting worse. That being said, like I said, I'm not going to bash on the Warriors for this game. They definitely played good in the fourth quarter, but I also think that, when it comes to clutch moments, sometimes they're not there for them. And that can be based on circumstance, but I just think the Warriors, in this game, they had opportunities to win it, but, they didn't. And I give credit to Wiggins. He was 50% from three-point land. He was good in this game. Curry, though, was, of course, the best player, I think, overall in the game. But yeah, Kuminga had 17 points, and he was also in the starting lineup, which is great to see. 15 for Andrew Wiggins points. That was good to see. 17 for Klay, 11 for Poole off the bench. It was interesting seeing Kuminga in the starting lineup. That was definitely something that caught my eye when the game started, but I think, it was a good decision. But, that's going to do it. The Warriors lose 116 to 114. The next game they have is sort of a primetime matchup. They're going to play the Lakers at home. Of course, the first game of the season that we played was against the Lakers, and that was a victory. So hopefully we can beat the Lakers. They're not doing super well right now, but we got sort of a tough stretch of games coming up, so we got to win these. So let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys later. And yeah, Warriors lose 116 to 114 to the New York Knicks. They now fall to 41-15, and the Knicks move to 25-31. So yeah, anyways, let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys later. Go Warriors.